Hey folks, this is Matt once again, and I'm not sure when I'll upload this one, but uh, since a while ago I had talked about some Ivan Reitman films like Evolution, Ghostbusters, Ghostbusters 2, I decided I want to rewatch another film, Twins, which I only have it this way. By the way, this the DVD that's by itself is very piss poor because there's no features except a trailer. The picture quality is pretty damn bad, and it's in full screen. And apparently, if you buy Twins with some other films, maybe it's widescreen. I don't know for a fact. But yeah, if you buy Twins by itself, it's a piss poor picture quality and it's full screen and it only has a trailer, which doesn't make sense because Twins was a big hit. Twins with Arnold Schwarzenegger, Danny DeVito was definitely a big hit. It's a film that showed, oh, Arnold in comedies, it could work. Because then you had Kindergarten Cop, which I'll review that another day. Probably not anytime soon. I'll review Kindergarten Cop one day down the road, but today we're talking about Twins from 1988. I think around 88. And I think this is after Red Heat. And I don't think Red Heat did that well at the box office. I could be wrong. I like Red Heat, but again, I don't think it did that well at the box office. Could be wrong. But, Twins, again, people are like, wow. I guess the critics didn't really care for Twins, but I know Arnold wants to do a sequel, triplets with him, Dan DeVito, and Eddie Murphy. I don't really know about that. I really don't. I don't think it would work. But Twins, I mean, it's of course Ivan Reitman directing. It is a crazy premise. This government experiment where they wanted sort of the best type of human, not super soldier or anything, but like the best type of human that could be made. Great attributes, great qualities. So they had like six fathers and then one mother that they picked out. But then when she gave birth to to twins. One that had all the good stuff, Arnold Schwarzenegger, one that had the rest, Dan DeVito. And you find out that the mother was told that her kids died, and the kids were told that their mom died. So Arnold's character had been left on this island, this great island, being taught and being educated, while Danny DeVito's character had gone to an orphanage, and they both lives went different directions. But then Arnold Schwarzenegger, as he's in his what did they say 35th birthday, I believe they said. I believe that's what they said. He gets told that he has a brother. He wants to find him, and at the same time, Danny DeVito he's hightailing it from cheating. Well, he's with this woman who is either married or has a boyfriend. He's getting out of there. And at the same time, Arnold's on the plane, singing yakety yak, don't talk bad on the plane. And he's searching around, and there's some little things I like. Like, for example, he goes to this movie theater, and you see that Willow is actually playing the movie theater, Willow. Of course, you have that scene where he passes by the Rambo 3 poster, and he looks at Stallone's muscles, and then looks at himself, and then does sort of this to Stallone, sort of his little jibe at Stallone. At the same time, Danny DeVito, his sort of job is, he has this sort of office, but they're taking the shit away. Usually, what he does is he steals cars from this parking lot. And actually, David Caruso is in this. David Caruso is the guy who helps them steal these cars from the parking lot. And at the end of the day, is Arnold and Danny DeVito getting together. Arnold saying that they're twins. Danny DeVito, of course, not believing them. And ultimately, at the end, of course, something happens. They get this reward. Their mom is found to be alive. They join together as a family, which I know I just jumped to the end of the film. I'll get to the rest of it, but Twins is one of those films that I like the film. I don't love the film, but I like the film. Like when I do top 10 Arnold Schwarzenegger films, this one I fit in it. But at the same time, it's not a bad film. It's got a great heart to it. Arnold Schwarzenegger and Dan DeVito do a great job. Arnold Schwarzenegger definitely playing a different character, but I like that his character's always got a smile on his face. He's always upbeat. He's definitely a non-violent person. He looks at the bright side of people. And earnest performance. It's an earnest performance is what I'm getting at. Just very likable, smiling. You just really like Schwarzenegger in this film. And then Dan DeVito, he's greedy. Yeah, at times he's unlikable, but then you sort of get where he's coming from because he was left in an orphanage and this and that. Because he got the short end of the stick genetics wise, as you find out. But those two together had some really good chemistry, I will say. I think that's really what makes the film is that they had chemistry. At the same time, it's not a film that I found hilarious. Ghostbusters 2, Stripes, Meatballs, Evolution. I can say I like all those Ivan Reitman films more than Twins because I don't find the film hilarious. Like, it's one of those films I watch and I smile. Once in a while I chuckle. But hilarious or funny, it's hard for me to say that. Because again, I like the film. Schwarzenegger and DeVito are great together, and I think that's really what makes the film. That's the purpose of the film. But again, it's mostly smiling, and then once in a while a chuckle. But it's mostly just me smiling, which there's nothing wrong with that. It's just I don't find it that really truly funny or hilarious. But I mean, like stuff I smile is like when someone tries to steal Arnold's suitcase, and Arnold's holding. He doesn't even realize that the guy's doing it, and falls. And he's like, "I did nothing. Payment was his enemy." Or when Arnold finds that Dan DeVito's in jail, and Dan DeVito says, money tossing bullshit walks. Just Arnold's earnest performance of, "How do bullshit walk? That's slang, huh?" Like him smiling, he's always, like, he really loves his brother that he just found out that he had a brother. He really loves the idea. He's really upbeat about it. Or later on when Dan DeVito gets away from him, and then Dan DeVito's getting beaten up by this guy because he owes money around town. And Arnold gets there and he goes, "And I have no respect for those who have no respect for logic," and just throws the guy in the elevator. And you sort of have this thing that I guess twins do, where real twins do, is that it's almost, in this one, it's almost like they have a psychic bond because like one will do one. You see this in a lot of movies that deals with twins because like one will do one thing and the other will sort of do this, or if one does this, then like Arnold will stop and then like do this. It's like they kind of will do things at the same time. Again, I don't know if real twins. I'm not saying twins are psychics, but I'm saying if that really happens in real life with twins or not. I don't know. Like when he goes to Dan DeVito's place and finds out that Danny DeVito's cat is named Julius, which is the name of Arnold Schwarzenegger's character. And Dan DeVito's like, "Yeah, I did name him Julius. That's weird. And your name's Julius. That's weird." I do like the scene where Arnold's trying to learn how to drive because he's reading the manual, and then Dan DeVito's like, "What are you doing with the finger?" "Learning to drive." Whoa. But then, of course, Dan DeVito uses Arnold to steal this car, and then Arnold trying to drive, and he keeps stopping it. And then he's like, when he does drive, he goes, "Yeah!" Then later on, he accidentally gets it, so he's on two wheels and then gets back. And just Arnold's sort of upbeat performance. And Dan DeVito does a good job, too. Or even when Dan DeVito goes, "You're a virgin, aren't you?" And then Arnold's like, "That's private." Like, the way he said it just really could have worked out very badly, but I think Ivan Reitman and the cast handled it very well. And I thought the people who played sort of their girlfriends or soon-to-be girlfriends, I thought they did a good job. Like Kelly Preston is the girl who sort of becomes Arnold's woman. I thought Kelly Preston did a good job. But I also thought Chloe Webb, she did a good job as sort of Dan DeVito's girl. Yeah, I thought they did a pretty good job with the supporting roles. There is a subplot that I really don't care for at all, which is the car that Dan DeVito got Arnold to help him steal. Dan DeVito finds this tape. There's some engine thing on the trunk. Realizes that if he takes it to a place, it's going to give him a lot of money. But then you have this guy who was supposed to take the car, which is Marshall Bell, actually. Marshall Bell, who He was in Virus. He was in The Vagrant. He was in Starship Troopers. Marshall Bell has been in a lot of films. I didn't care for anything with Marshall Bell's stuff. Marshall Bell wasn't bad because he's sort of the driver, but he's also a killer. He's not bad. It's just that subplot I didn't care for. I mean, I like when Danny DeVito calls and he thinks it's going to be just 20,000, and when the guy says five, he thinks what 5,000. But when the guy mentions 5 million, he's like, fuck. I like the way Danny DeVito plays that scene. But just the whole thing with the, I mean, it gets to a point where Arnold sort of saves Danny DeVito, and then Marshall Bell's got the gun on him, and then Danny DeVito hits this thing, the chain comes down. It wasn't really the most interesting to me. It was kind of like, okay, they had to put that in there just because. I just wasn't really the most interested in that part of it. I don't know what it was. It wasn't entertaining, wasn't interesting to me, wasn't funny, wasn't. But the stuff with Arnold and Danny DeVito trying to find out about their real mother, about their mother, and sort of their chemistry back and forth. That was the real movie. That was the heart of the movie. Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger bonding, getting to know each other, their search for their mom. I think really, in a way, it should have just been that. Take away Marshall Bell and this stupid engine in the trunk, and just take that shit away. Like, I don't think you really needed that part of it. That's just my opinion. But I like the sort of Arnold's performance, like when he gets out of the shower and Kelly Preston's looking at him, but he doesn't realize. He's like, yeah, yeah, don't talk back. Whoa, and then sees the girl. I like, again, Arnold's earnest performance. Or even Dan DeVito when Arnold takes his shirt off and Dan DeVito's like, are you allergic to something? What? Well, it's just that there's all these bumps over your body. Or they see the professor guy who's lying, and Arnold's like, the first time in my life I'm pissed off. And of course he says, if you're lying to me, I'll be back. Because you gotta get that in there. Which I liked, actually. I thought Arnold gives a nice speech to Dan DeVito about family, about how, we can find mom, and, we can be a real family. And it didn't get close to being pretty sappy, but I thought it was handled well enough. And then you got the scene where they have the matching suits, and, Danny's trying to teach Arnold how to dance, and them and the two girls go out to dance, and you have like a quick little fight scene. And then you get the idea that Arnold, this is his first time with a girl, and the girl's like, I'm going to share the floor with you. And then afterwards, you see the aftermath, you just see Arnold's face, like, just how happy he is. That was another chuckle-worthy thing. But then when they finally get to see their mom, they're like, oh yeah, the mom has passed. Because the real mom, she thinks that she doesn't buy that these are her sons because she was told her sons were dead. But then finds out that she was lied to, and that's the professor. And then that's where Dan DeVito, when he finds out that he thinks his mom is dead, he's pissed, he's disappointed, he leaves them, going to take this stuff to get his money, the 5 million. And that's where you get the Marshall Bell stuff, and it just, again, that really wasn't most interesting. But then Arnold's like, we gotta take the money back, and you realize that Dan DeVito later on says, oh yeah, the 4 million. Because you realize that Dan DeVito actually stole 1 million and hid it somewhere. But with the reward money, because not only the money, but I think the engine as well, they open up their business, the Dan DeVito's business again, and that's where the mom character gets in and goes, I didn't know, they lied to me, they lied to you. Yeah, nice moment where I don't know if they needed to say mama. It just sounds weird, Dan DeVito and Arnold saying mama. Like, couldn't they just say mom? I don't know, mama just makes me think of, I just think of like movies where, or even like TV shows like that TV show Dinosaurs. You had that dinosaur baby that goes, not the mama. It just when I see mama, it just makes me cringe. It's like, why not just say mom? I mean, if I don't know, mom just sounds better than mama. I don't know how else to put it. I just I find Arnold and Dan DeVito saying mama ridiculous instead of funny. I just think they should. I know that's a nitpick, but I think it just would have worked better if they said mom. But the acting is not bad at all. And then you find out later on that, of course, Arnold and Dan DeVito, they have their women, and each of them now have twins. And then you have sort of nice heartfelt ending. And twins again. I think at the beginning when you see the young mother, like at the beginning of the film, the young mom, I think that's Heather Graham. Actually, now that I think about it, I think that was actually Heather Graham. It's a crazy idea, but Arnold Schwarzenegger does a good job. Dan DeVito does a good job. The score fit the film well. I think it's Randy Edelman who did Ghostbusters 2 and really later on to do. Well, I guess there's a couple people that says here who did the music. It says George Delerue, Randy Edelman, and Frank Fitzpatrick. So, from what I understand, it was just Randy Edelman. And it's a film that has a good heart to it. I think it's at the end of the day. Is Schwarzenegger and Dan DeVito work well together? It's got a good heart to it, and there's nothing wrong with that. Having a good heart to it. It's just the Marshall Bell stuff. Again, Marshall Bell wasn't bad, but that stuff wasn't really interesting. Little subplot wasn't that interest. Wasn't interesting at all. And it's not a lot of big laughs that I can remember. I don't remember ever getting like a big laugh. Like I did once in a while, I did a chuckle, and throughout the film I smile. But just for me, I don't think the film has the big laughs like I just say I got more laughs out of Evolution and Ghostbusters 2 than Twins. But again, I'm not saying Twins is a bad movie at all. It's not. I could probably say I like Kindergarten Cop more because that one I can remember. It's not a tumor. Like I can remember that stuff. Here, it's not a lot of big laughs I can remember, but there's small chuckles and there's small, nice little moments between. Schwarzenegger and Dan DeVito make the movie. And supporting cast don't do a bad job at all either. But the Dan DeVito and Schwarzenegger make the movie. And, they have a good chemistry together. So again, it's not one of my favorite Schwarzenegger films. It would not be in my top 10. It's not my favorite Schwarzenegger comedy. I'll say it. I love Jingle All the Way more. I love Kindergarten Cop more. It's definitely better than Junior, of course, but Junior sucks. But I just say I like Kindergarten Cop Jingle All the Way more than Twins. It's just because I don't remember that many big laughs that I got from it. A couple chuckles, has a good heart on it, which helps a lot. It just, I don't think it's that funny. And I don't know how else to put it. I don't think it's that hilarious. But maybe you're supposed to just laugh at more of the concept, which, I didn't laugh at the concept. I just took the concept for what it is for the movie. But yeah, Twins is a good movie. It's definitely better than, I just say I like Twins more than Stop or My Mom Will Shoot, or, Rhinestone that Stallone did, among other stuff. But I like Twins. I like Twins, but I don't love it. So I know I'm repeating myself. But anyway, that's just my review of Twins. Just want to do a random review. Just watch it again. Anyway, thanks for watching. Take care. Maybe sometime down the road I'll do Kindergarten Cop. I think I did Jingle All the Way, but maybe I'll do that again one day, and maybe I'll do Junior. Rant on that. I don't know. One day down the road, maybe I'll do like a trifecta of the rest of Schwarzenegger comedies. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, thanks for watching. Take care, and we'll see you later.